Hi everybody and welcome to Getting Started with SQL Source Control. In this class we're going to look at what might be your first step to source controlling your database code, downloading and installing Redgate SQL Source Control. Now I've actually already downloaded the installer from the website. I'm using the Redgate SQL Toolbelt installer today, which includes all of the tools that enable database DevOps. And so to get started, let's hop into the VM and run that SQL Toolbelt.exe file. So here in my downloads folder, you can see this SQL Toolbelt.exe. I'm just going to right click and choose Run as Administrator. And this will give me the opportunity to confirm this action and then pop up with a list of all of the tools that are going to be installed as part of this process. Now I've actually previously installed the rest of the Redgate SQL Toolbelt, so we won't see many tools here. And so there we have it. SQL Source Control 6.1 ready to install. As I mentioned, these are already present, but if this was the first time I'm running the SQL Toolbelt installer, then I could choose which of these components I want to add or not add at this particular point, because some of these I might want to install on different machines. But let's click Continue and start the installation process. One final thing, I just need to accept the end user license agreement and specify where I'd like to install SQL Source Control. In this case, I'm going to keep the default. Now, as this installer is running, let me just tell you quickly about where we're going to find SQL Source Control as a tool to interact with. Many people ask me, I've run the installer, Tom, I've downloaded the toolbelt, I can't find Redgate SQL Source Control. That's because it's not a standalone application. Instead, it embeds itself into SQL Server Management Studio, which is where the vast majority of people are making their day-to-day SQL Server changes. So we wanted to make sure that you didn't have a situation where you have to switch between one window and another, make changes in Management Studio, then switch to another application to commit those changes to your source control repository. If you want to work in that way, you certainly can do. SQL Source Control would support it via the working folder, but for many of us, we just want to stay in the environment that's comfortable for us, where we work all the time. So now that that installation's finished, let's click Finish and open up SQL Server Management Studio to find SQL Source Control, ready for us to start linking our development databases to our chosen source control system. Now, here on the toolbar at the top, you'll see that SQL Source Control button has been added. So if you're ever struggling to find the SQL Source Control window, you can simply click this button and it will bring that tab to the forefront and you can start interacting with it. But actually here, after I've connected to my local development instance, you can see here the SQL Source Control windows already there and available, ready for me to start linking our databases to our chosen source control system. So it's really easy to get up and running. So join me in future videos where we'll actually take a look at how we can connect our development databases to our source control system. I'm going to be using TFS, but there are many, many different ones to choose from. Thanks very much.